Welcome to Stories from the River. Yes, today's episode looks and sounds a little bit different for our listeners at home. I'm Heather Greenwood, Associate Director of Memory Maker Experience, and I am humbled and honored to be here today filling in for Charlie Maloof. And today, I have an episode for you guys that is going to be spectacular. Today, we're going to talk about a program that is truly unique and one that is built from the heart. So today, I have not one, but two amazing guests with me. I am joined today by Emelyne Henderson and Jessi Hatley. Ladies, thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Welcome to Stories from the River, a show in which we go behind the scenes at Broad River Retail.
So to kick us off, and just so our audience can get to know you guys, I'm going to have you guys introduce yourselves. Who are you? What do you do at Broad River? And just like a great fun fact that they need to know about you. Emelyne, this is your second time to the pod. Jessi, you're new. So Emelyne, we'll start with you.
I'm Emelyne. I am a senior memory maker experience specialist at Broad River. I started here after I graduated college, so here as an intern for our learning and development, which is kind of developed and molded into what's known today as Memory Maker Experience. Almost 5 years with Broad River. I've absolutely loved my time here. Something about me, I talked about my dog last time, but he's usually my fun fact because he's the best. But yeah, I just love spending time with him and my family and my boyfriend. Those are the most important things, I think, to me. Also, last time I was on the podcast, I talked about my sister having a baby, and the baby's now born. So I've gotten to meet her, meet her, play with her, and it's been really awesome.
That's great.
Yeah,
It's not
awesome.
one, but two.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Two
My
nieces.
sister and my boyfriend's sister both had little girls.
Oh,
So,
wow.
2 nieces.
Well, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Big deal.
Double the joy.
Yes.
That's right.
I
Jessi?
am Jessi. I am the front desk administrator. I came to Broad River at the cusp of COVID and the chaos that came with all that, and we powered through. I love this company. I've been here almost 3 years. I'm a very proud memory maker. And a fun fact about me is I am obnoxiously obsessed with llamas. If anybody has been to corporate
We know.
and has seen me at the front desk, I have a whole array of my children up at the front in all of their glory and color. And I love Broad River. It's such a fun place to work.
Good. I'm so happy you guys are both here today. Both phenomenal people. I've known you both the whole time you've been at Broad River. And today we have a lot to share. So what brings us together today is the Memory Makers Helping Memory Makers initiative. And first of all, for our listeners who might be new to the podcast, memory makers are what we call our employees. We don't call them employees or associates. We call them memory makers. And it's really stuck with us over the past several years. So this initiative is born out of a lot of goodness and a lot of purity around our purpose. So to get us started, Emelyne, talk a little bit about this initiative. Memory Makers Helping Memory Makers. What is that?
So this is one of my favorite things that I get to be a part of at Broad River. So our Memory Makers Helping Memory Makers initiative is exactly what it sounds like. It is a program that helps us internally to uplift and support one another, especially during times of financial need or support. So really, this initiative started during the holiday season. So we had some leaders come to us and say, hey, we have memory makers that could really use some additional help this holiday. So what we did in 2021 was a giving tree or an angel tree, what you would think of. And we asked our memory makers, hey, who needs help? Who needs a little more support during this holiday season? And then we had trees in our Fort Mill and Four Oaks campus where people could grab a tag and support a child in need that holiday with gifts or a family meal. And really that is what has fostered another program that we run, which is called Operation Magic School Bus. So we have Operation 'Tis the Season and Operation Magic School Bus under this umbrella of Memory Makers Helping Memory Makers.
I love it, and we've seen it grow over the past few years, and it's amazing how quickly it's caught on and how quickly we've heard feedback and just really great stories from parents and from aunts and uncles and from kids. So today we're in the season. of back to school, thus Operation Magic School Bus. So tell us a little bit about that program. What is it? How do you participate in it? Where are we now in the midst of that program?
Operation Magic School Bus is very similar to our giving tree, right? We have tags that you can pick up to support a memory maker's child with back to school items. We know that during back to school time, it can be really financially challenging for parents. And when we were thinking of starting this program, we did some research on, hey, how much does it cost for a child to go back to school? And what we found is it can be $600 or more per child for a parent to support through back to school season. So we started this program last year, and really any of our memory makers can sign up. We do a needs request form that will go out, and we'll kind of campaign for that and make sure it's really well communicated across all of our memory makers. And once they submit that, then we start campaigning for donations from our memory makers. And it's really special to be able to, just like you said, the stories we hear from families, be able to support them and come alongside them. And it really builds our community. And we see time and time again, our memory makers continue to give more and do more and want to support each other.
Absolutely. And when you look at it, you know, this is only our second year doing Operation Magic School Bus. But between the two, do you see any commonalities? You know, as people are putting in requests, is there a certain grade? Is it elementary school kids? What do you kind of see from those requests?
Yeah, so it's interesting that you say commonalities because it's pretty broad. You know, when you think back to school, you think book bags and pencils and little items for the little elementary kids, but really it's we get kids from pre-K all the way to 12th grade. So it's a very wide variety of kids. And then also it's all of our departments. So it's interesting to see how each different person can be impacted. Also a little demographics or a little fact for you. We actually have 62 families that have been supported through Operation 'Tis the Season. And within that, 127 children.
Wow.
And with Operation Magic School Bus, we supported 86 families and 202 children with back to school supplies.
That's really incredible. I know you and I have this conversation a lot. We go and we put this out there. And then the needs requests start to come back in. And there's always a little bit of nerve on our side of, oh, wow, that number is bigger than we thought. Are we going to get enough? Will there be enough crayons? Will there be enough backpacks? Will there be enough wrapping paper at holiday season? And every time what we see is incredible. What comes back to us is more than enough.
Right.
More. They keep coming and the boxes keep coming. And, you know, we always say it feels like Christmas for us because boxes keep showing up at the corporate campus. We open them and it's glue sticks and it's everything that you need for back to school. And so it just shows you how big the heart is at Broad River.
Yes, I think we experience that every single year. And right now for Operation Magic School Bus, we've collected our needs requests, and right now we're in that donation collection time, and it is that time where you start to feel a little nervous, but we've already seen boxes come in, and it's so exciting every time we get to unwrap it and add it to our bin of supplies, and just the outpouring of love and support always is more than we need. And so I really appreciate our memory makers for having that heart to serve others.
Absolutely. It makes a difference, and it goes back to who we are as a company and one of the things Jessi talked about. So Jessi, you are a proud memory maker.
Yes, ma'am.
And you are a very proud mom. And as I've gotten to know you, you're also a very fierce mom, and you take care of your family just so well. I love hearing about the adventures in your life. And so you've participated in both programs, Operation 'Tis the Season and Operation Magic School Bus. So tell us, why did you choose to participate? What did that look like for you?
So I have participated in both programs as both a parent in need and a memory maker. So community outreach has always been kind of a passion of mine, and to find this incredible company that matches my passion for helping others in the community, especially your own people, is just, it's phenomenal to me. And I remember the first angel tree that we did for Operation 'Tis the Season. So I'm up front. I see everything. I see everyone. I see the things that come in and out. And I remember the excitement that I felt when the tree went up and it was beautiful. And people just started one by one taking. And then more people would come and they would take 4 or 5. And like, I just felt it building up, like the joy. And then to see the Amazon boxes start to come in, it's just as exciting getting them in the office as it is getting them at home. You're just like, I don't know where this came from, but I'm happy for it either way. So like it's always super exciting. So from a memory maker's perspective, it's great to see how our people interact and how we all just love each other. We're a family, you know, from corporate to the DC to the stores. Yes, we might be separate departments, but overall we're one company and we're one heart, and we love our people. So that to me as a memory maker is incredible. Now from the parent side, many people may not know I am a single mom. It is me and me. I am fortunate enough that my parents are able to help out every once in a while, but they're hard. And I came into this company, like I said, at the cusp of COVID, and I had been out of work for 6 months, and I had nothing for my child for Christmas that year, and it was devastating. Owen was 8 at the time, so it's not like I could really get away with a lot of some of the smaller stuff. So to look at our Christmas tree and see 2 things under there, as a parent, just destroys you. And so I submitted my form, and that year we got 3 bags of presents. And I remember seeing my kid's face, and because he was 8, kids know, they know when you're struggling, especially when it's just me and him. Like, he knows when things are hard. To see his face and to see him open all those presents and to look at me like, how did this happen? And so I made it a point to like, listen, people love us. They love us. And, you know, the company provided. We had a need and they helped. And so I always try and instill in him, mostly because of this company, that when we have extra to give and to, you know, help people who don't have it at that moment. And so that's a very important thing for me to instill in him. But yeah, even with, I've done both Operations to the Season and Magic School, or the Magic School Bus. And it's just, even with the Magic School Bus stuff, people don't realize like how expensive it is per child every single year. And it doesn't take much to add up. Like the cost of inflation is insane, and it's just killing parents. I'm seeing it all the time, even in homeschool groups. Like, parents are drowning. And when you're a single mom like me and you're looking at your bills and you're trying to budget, that extra $160 could be a meal for a week. It could be groceries for a week. It could be a power bill. And when you're sitting there having to decide between, am I going to pay my power this month, or is my kid going to have school supplies? Like, that, it hurts you as a parent. So when things like this become an opportunity for people who don't have it, it makes the world of difference. It's not just a pack of paper. It's not just Sharpies. It's not just expo markers or tissues. Like, you are literally helping a family that could not do it without you. And that's just, it's a beautiful thing to me. And I'm so thankful for you guys. Like, it's been incredible, really.
I'm so thankful for you for sharing and being authentic and genuine. It makes me think back to the concept of Operation Magic School Bus. We had done 'Tis the Season, and I remember we were sitting in a conference room, the MMX team, Emelyne, myself, and our team, and we were talking about different things. And I remember in that moment when Operation Magic School Bus was born, and we had never gone out thinking this would be a big initiative or this would be something more than holiday season. And I think for me, it was recent after I have 3 kids, and getting 3 school supply lists. Each that's about this long, and I have 2 in daycare, so it's amazing how long the list is. But I remember when we were talking about it and thinking an equally financially tough time of year is back to school. You generally think holidays, that's what your mind draws to, but back to school, between supplies and clothing and shoes and all the things that you need nowadays, no matter what grade. It really is one of those moments where people, they may not always say it aloud, but people need help. And there's no shame in asking for help. You know, that's one of the biggest things about our initiative, is knowing there's no shame. Everyone's going to go through that time, and it's okay to ask, and it's okay to need that help. And that's what we're here for. So I appreciate you sharing your story. I appreciate you not only participating in it, but I know you're right there with us, Jessi. You're always supporting us and putting on these programs and executing them at a high level. So we really, really appreciate that.
Oh, well, I love you guys. And like, Even I remember last year when we did Operation School Bus, like Magic School Bus, we were all in that room and we just had book bags as far as the eye could see. And it just brought so much joy to see. I mean, tables full of stuff. It's just like, it's such a testament to our company and how much, we love our people.
Absolutely. So if anyone has ever listened to Stories from the River, they would know that our word of the year is elevate. And so they would know that we talk a lot about how do we take our programs and make them better. So we just couldn't do Operation Magic School Bus again and just do the same thing. So Emelyne, we're getting ready for these pickup days, which have become really special days in our company. How are we elevating the pickup day this year?
I'm so excited for this year. Last year was the first year that we did Operation Magic School Bus fully. And when we did the pickup day, we invited the parents to come and grab the book bags. And we didn't realize this when we invited them, but some of them brought their kids with them. And that was the most special moment.
That was such a good day.
Yeah, for the kids to come in. And we did have balloons around, and so they wanted to take a balloon. And some of them were like, can I have the Paw Patrol book bag instead of this one? And they really wanted to pick out their items. So this year, I'm really excited. Instead of a smaller event, we're putting on something a little more fun. We're going to invite families in. We're going to have treats and games and music. And we'll do it outside. Hopefully the weather's good. If not, we'll have a plan. But we really wanted to make it something fun where they come and they pick their supplies and they come with their kids and with their family to really get what they want and need and have a lot of fun while doing it.
We can't wait to have them. I was thinking about this the other day because I'm gonna run the temporary tattoo table. I decided because a temporary tattoo is just the best thing ever. So all of this goodness, I think that was a surprise for us last year. All these little kiddos and big kiddos showing up with mom and dad and the excitement of it all and walking out with the book bag on. And now to have people come and enjoy each other, which we don't always get the opportunity to do anymore in our new world. So I think it'll just be really special, really elevated, and just, again, a unique experience that hopefully little memory makers are going home and talking about and the experience they had and how they feel and sharing that and really providing that ripple effect that we talk about at Broad River.
Right. And the other thing I forgot to mention was we're also inviting some of our Founder Scholarship Award winners to come and be a part of the pickup day.
Oh, that's exciting.
So they'll be invited. They're in college doing, extending their education. So, there are kiddos that come, but there's also 11th and 12th graders that are looking towards college, and the Founder Scholarship Fund could be a really great resource for them. So we'll have hopefully a couple people there to talk about the program with them, and hopefully, get some questions answered about school and next steps, and be there to support and just talk them through that.
I
That's a
love
good
it.
idea.
Yeah.
I love it. Any big school supplies like on those wish lists? Like, what's the biggest need that you see? Is it everything? Is there like what's the thing?
Oh gosh, it's all of the above. All the basic things you could think of: pencils, glue sticks, notebooks. Paper is a big one because,
Paper is the big one.
especially for the high schoolers, they use a lot of binders. So loose leaf paper can be expensive, but really just the basics. Composition notebooks are huge in elementary schools now. So the ones that are like bound, that's what we see most commonly is those basic needs.
So we're talking about school supplies. And people who know me know, like, I love a fresh office supply or school supply or the office supply aisle. So what is the it school supply? Like, if you could have one office supply or one that just makes your day, and I know there's a lot of them, what is that office or school supply for you? Jessi, I know you're ready for this. You're already smiling. You manage our supplies in the office.
Yeah, so through my weary travels of managing all the supplies for all the stores and for corporate, I would have to say that my absolute favorite is my Boss Stitch Pro Stapler. That thing gives me life. It's pink and it's beautiful. It staples through like 80 sheets of paper at one time.
Wow.
Yeah, it's heavy duty, but it's so light. Like, I love it. It's ridiculous, but it literally is my favorite thing in my office.
I love it. Okay, a stapler recommendation.
Yeah.
Okay, Emelyne, what about it for you?
I love a notebook. I cannot resist. I have literally like 7 at one time. Every time I go to the store, I have to go look at the notebooks. I always go to like Marshall's. I think they have the
Marshalls and TJ Maxx have the best
notebooks. Yes. So I'll always go there. I don't think I ever fully finish one before I start a new one, but they're my favorite.
That's always an exciting buy for me too. And I'm like on the second to last page of the notebook I'm in right now. For me, and Emelyne might already know this about me. I knew she was. For me, there is nothing like a fresh pack of mechanical pencils.
Yep, I knew it.
Extra sharp. I am really old school. I will never write in pen. Emelyne knows I never write in a pen.
I don't think I've ever seen you write in pen, now that I think about it.
There's about 100 of them in my office that never get touched, but they look really good there. And I don't take notes on a computer. This does not work for me. So it is a mechanical pencil every time. I'm trying to teach my kids how to use them, but that's entirely frustrating when you're in elementary school. So you guys, thank you so much for your time today. As we kind of look to wrap this up, do you have any final thoughts or anything you want to share with our listeners at home?
I would just say it's totally okay and feel free to ask for help. I think a lot of times around these programs, there's some anxiety or some nerves. Do I or don't I? But what we've seen time and time again is that this community supports each other and they uplift each other and they really want to. And, we see, this is called Stories from the River, right? And talking about memory makers' stories, I get to see each one of them that comes for pickup. And it's not always what you would think by just looking at someone. It's, maybe they're supporting their niece and nephew along with their kids, or maybe their spouse just lost their job and they need a little extra support, or maybe they're a single parent. We see that often. So don't be afraid to ask for help. That's what this program is here for. We want to come alongside you and support you and your family through it.
Well said.
Yeah, that was incredible. I'd have to mirror the same thing. Yeah, as even as a single parent, it's hard to ask for help ever, because you want to be a strong, independent woman. But sometimes finances don't work out that way, and you do what you got to do for your kid.
Yeah.
So don't ever be too proud. Just be like, hey, I need the help, and accept the fact that you need the help, and accept the help, because at the end of the day, your kid benefits, and that's all that matters. Your family benefits. Your family is giving to your family. So that's what's important to me.
I love it. Thank you so much, Jessi. We're so excited to watch Owen go back to school this year and be a part of his adventures, because we always hear about them and we love to hear that.
He's got plenty of them.
He does. And we love that. And we love getting to know him and getting to know our families and sharing our stories of new family members and those as they grow up with us, which is incredible, and see them become Founder Scholarship winners. Thank you both for all that you do. Sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate the both of you so much and all that you do for our company and to make us just so, so incredible. You talked about loving Broad River, and this is why I love Broad River, is the opportunity to help one another. And we talk about our purpose is furnishing life's best memories. We have the opportunity to do that for each other. So thank you both so much. To our listeners, thank you for tuning in today. We hope you too continue to furnish life's best memories for yourselves and for others. Be safe, have fun, and we'll see you soon on Stories from the River.
Thanks for listening to Stories from the River. To check out more episodes, visit storiesfromtheriver.com. Join us again next week, and remember to like, rate, and subscribe to the podcast.